Today, we're going on a journey to a place that has always captivated our imagination. The Red Planet has been the subject of countless movies, books, and discussions for centuries. And now, with advancements in technology and space exploration, it's finally within reach. That's right, we're talking about colonizing Mars. Let's get into the progress and development of colonizing Mars in more detail. As you all know, the goal of colonizing Mars is to establish a sustainable human presence on the Red Planet. But how exactly are we planning to do that? And what kind of technology do we need to make it happen? Well, the first step in colonizing Mars is to gather as much data as possible about the planet. That's why we've sent numerous robotic missions to Mars, such as NASA's Mars Rover and the European Space Agency's Mars Express. These missions have been vital in helping us understand the Martian environment and identifying potential landing sites for future human missions. And speaking of future human missions, that's the next step in colonizing Mars. The goal of these missions will be to establish a sustainable colony on the Red Planet. This will involve building infrastructure such as habitats and life support systems, and developing methods to extract resources from the Martian soil and atmosphere. So, what kind of technology do we need to make this happen? Well, there are several advancements that need to be made in order to establish a human colony on Mars. For starters, we need to develop a way to safely transport humans to and from Mars. Currently, the most promising technology for this is the development of reusable rockets, like the ones being developed by SpaceX. In addition to transportation, we also need to develop new technologies for life support systems and habitats. These systems will need to be able to provide the necessary resources, such as air, water, and food, to sustain a human colony on Mars. Elon Musk has stated that he hopes to send humans to Mars as soon as 2024. And while that may seem ambitious, it's important to remember that the timeline for colonizing a planet is subject to change based on funding and technological advancements. And speaking of funding, colonizing Mars is not cheap. The cost of sending humans to Mars and establishing a sustainable colony is estimated to be in the billions of dollars. However, with private companies like SpaceX leading the charge and government funding, it's becoming more and more feasible. But what will it take to make Mars habitable for humans? We've talked about the progress and development of colonizing Mars, but there are still many challenges that need to be overcome in order to establish a sustainable human presence on the planet. First, let's talk about the environment. Currently, Mars has a thin atmosphere that's not suitable for human life. In order to make the atmosphere breathable, we'll need to find a way to create and maintain a breathable atmosphere. This could involve terraforming the planet, or finding a way to create artificial atmosphere within habitats. Next, we need to find a source of water and food on Mars. While there is evidence that there may be subsurface water on the planet, we'll need to find a way to extract and purify it for use by colonists. In addition, we'll need to find a way to grow food on Mars. This could involve using hydroponic gardens or other methods of agriculture that are adapted to the harsh Martian environment. Another challenge is protecting colonists from harmful radiation. Mars has a weak magnetic field, which means that it's exposed to higher levels of radiation from the sun. This radiation is dangerous for human life, so we'll need to protect colonists from its harmful effects. This could involve creating artificial magnetic fields within habitats or developing new radiation-resistant materials for use in construction. And finally, we need to create a stable and self-sufficient infrastructure on Mars. This will include habitats for the colonists, life support systems, and facilities for producing food, water, and energy. In order to make this happen, we'll need to develop new technologies for creating and maintaining these systems, as well as finding a way to extract and process resources from the environment. So, how do we make all of this happen? Well, it'll take a combination of investment, research, and development. Governments, private companies, and academic institutions will all play a role in making the goal of colonizing Mars a reality. With continued investment in technology and exploration, it's possible that one day we'll be able to call Mars our second home. Now, let's investigate the pros of colonizing Mars. The mission is not just about reaching a new world, but also about making our future better and more secure. One of the biggest advantages of colonizing Mars is the possibility of human expansion into the solar system. This gives us a chance to explore new worlds and advance our understanding of the universe. It's an exciting opportunity to learn about new places and make new discoveries that could shape our understanding of the cosmos for generations to come. Another important advantage of colonizing Mars is the potential for survival. In the event of a global catastrophe on Earth, having a human presence on Mars could ensure the survival of our species. This could give us a backup plan and a new home if conditions on Earth become uninhabitable. In addition to survival, colonizing Mars has the potential to drive technological advancements and innovations. The challenges of establishing a human presence on a new planet will require us to find new solutions and create new technologies. These new advancements can then be used for other applications and benefit society as a whole. For example, innovations in space travel could lead to new breakthroughs in medicine, energy, and communication. Another benefit of colonizing Mars is the potential for new discoveries and scientific advancements. Mars has a rich history, and studying it could help us understand more about the formation of the solar system and the origins of life. This could have far-reaching implications for our understanding of the universe and our place in it. Finally, colonizing Mars has the potential to create new economic opportunities and jobs. The development of new technologies, as well as the establishment of mining and manufacturing operations on Mars, could lead to the creation of new industries and job opportunities. This could not only provide new avenues for economic growth, but also help solve some of the employment challenges faced by people on Earth. Now, let's take a look at some of the potential drawbacks of colonizing Mars. While the benefits of colonizing the planet are numerous, it's important to also consider the challenges and limitations of such an endeavor. First and foremost, colonizing Mars is a costly and challenging task. The technology and resources needed to establish a human presence on a new planet are vast, and the cost of such an operation could be substantial. This means that funding for other important projects and initiatives could be redirected towards the goal of colonizing Mars. Another potential drawback is the risk to human health and safety. Living on Mars poses a number of challenges, including exposure to radiation, limited access to resources, and the potential for equipment failures. These risks could pose a threat to the health and safety of the people who live and work on the planet. In addition, the impact on the environment of Mars is also a concern. Establishing a human presence on a new planet could have unintended consequences, including the introduction of non-native species, the degradation of natural habitats, and the depletion of valuable resources. Furthermore, colonizing Mars is not a guarantee of success. There are many unknowns and challenges associated with such an endeavor, and there's no guarantee that it'll be successful. This means that a substantial investment of time, money, and resources could be wasted if the goal of colonizing Mars is not achieved. Finally, there are ethical considerations to take into account when colonizing Mars. Who has the right to claim and use resources on the planet? How will the rights of any indigenous Martians, if they exist, be protected? These are important questions that must be considered before moving forward with colonizing the planet. As always, if you enjoyed this video and want to learn more about the universe and our place in it, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Thanks for watching.